He says, we fought long for integration. It looks like we're going to get it. I think we get the laws. He says, but I'm afraid that I've come upon something I don't know quite what to do with. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house. The rape of my family has never been this complete, except perhaps in the time of slavery itself, when we were ripped out of Africa and we were separated from our families. But the second largest wave of dismantling of the black family now sits in this part of the 20th century, moving into the 21st. The last thing Dr. King ever said to me 5 days, as a matter of fact, before he was murdered, was he was at my home. He had just finished a strategy meeting on the Poor People's Campaign. And he seemed quite agitated after what we thought was a very successful gathering and discussion. And he said to me, I said, what's the matter, Martin? You seem very agitated. He said, well, I am. Because I've come upon a thought and I don't know how to deal with it this moment. I said, well, what is it? He says, we fought long for integration. It looks like we're going to get it. I think we get the laws. He says, but I'm afraid that I've come upon something I don't know quite what to do with. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house.
I just think it's absolutely hilarious how people are getting on this app and panicking, specifically non-black people. They're like, oh my gosh, you're bringing segregation back. What are you guys going to do? We're going to do absolutely nothing. But we told you guys 4 to 5 months ago what we're going to do. This man's whole campaign was founded on the basis of racism, and everybody thought it was sweet. And then he started putting it in y'all's face, and they're like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Like, he's messing up the country. He's messing up. We told y'all that. We told y'all what was going to happen. And the 92% of us that voted for Kamala Harris, we're taking a break for the next 4 years. Y'all figure this shit out the best way you know how. I live in Alabama. Segregation ain't never went nowhere anyway. While we're on the conversation of segregation, if we truly want to get into that, we're going to need all of our amenities and luxuries back that nobody paid for on the backs of our ancestors. We're going to need those back. That stoplight you use every day, that refrigerator, that home security system, etc. We're going to need all that back.
I got to be honest. I believe in segregation. Want to know why? I believe that people who are positive and want to move forward and grow and evolve, I think they should be segregated and set apart from people who just wake up every day with so much hate in their heart and they want to be negative and they like drama and they like all the BS that comes with life. And if you having a good day, they gonna do their best to bring your spirits down. They don't want to read and research anything. They just want to spew hate all over the internet. They'll read one headline and run with it in hopes that it means doom and destruction for the nation. These are the same people who will sit there and side with a country that their own country is beefing with. Why? Because there's so much hate in their heart for one person who they never met, that they were told to hate. I want segregation. I want to be set apart from these people by any means necessary, okay? Because my biggest thing is don't kill my vibe.
Hey you, Lighty, what you doing jogging around these parts this early in the morning? You ain't never heard of a sun-up town? No, I'm sorry. We have very strict rules about membership here at this country club. Maybe try again like never. Okay. What do you think you're doing? No, the unmelanated section is at the rear of the bus.
So if you gonna go and segregate us, hurry the f up. Did they give us a date when the segregation is gonna start? Because I can go in the house and go pack my bags and get ready to leave right now. Because we've been asking to be segregated. They actually think we give a fuck for being segregated. Y'all trying to trick us into getting these streets so y'all can go ahead and declare martial law. No, we will leave. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about no motherfucking segregation. We want our own neighborhoods. We want our own cars. We want our own makeup brands. We want our own clothing brands. We want it all.
They say they bringing back segregation. I ain't too mad at it because I got a couple lines I've been waiting to get off. Now I reckon you skim milk scallywags, quinoa conquistadors, pigment poaching napkin ninjas ain't for round here, is you? I'ma give you opportunity to scram. Gon' beat it. Or your ass will get switched.
Like, I'm genuinely asking, what did we ever do to deserve anti-blackness in every single community?
Every community.
We were brought over here in chains. We were beat, raped, and murdered. We fought for our freedom just to end up with Jim Crow and segregation. and being lynched by the KKK, who our president calls fine people. We were segregated into our own communities, then denied jobs, denied funding for our schools.
Let's talk.
You kill our black men, then make fun of us for not having fathers. You dehumanize and demonize and kill our black women, and nobody bats an eye.
Nobody.
What exactly did black people do? What exactly did we do?
So I get on TikTok today and I'm watching all these videos about the rollback of the segregation laws, and it is hilarious. I'm loving like the response from black people, because black people saying at this point we want segregation. At this point we want our own schools, hospitals, malls. We want our own everything. I love it, but I want to put this right here into our heads: segregation versus separation. In segregation, they're still in control of us. They're just allowed to divide everything up: housing, schools, and things of that nature.
Well, I'll be sure. I didn't believe it when they said one of you made your way out here. It looks like you were a long way from Shamrock Farms. I didn't know the forecast was causing for snow. It's looking a little clear to me.
We were just stopping through because we heard the town had amazing
Oh,
food.
yes, it's good food out here. Good eats, good seasoning. But, we don't really take too kindly to you coming out here and, scaring the locals. If we wanted to get hypothermia, we'll go out to the ski resort in Colorado. Anybody ain't told you that this is a good old sun-up town, so you got about a good eye. What's it say? It's getting better. But then here, about 5 more minutes before that sun get nice and hot. And we want you to get out of here safely now.
Black people are now arguing for segregation. They want black-only graduations. They want black-only dorms. They want black-only spaces. This is just Jim Crow. Why on earth did we get rid of Jim Crow if only to have black Americans fighting for the exact same again? What is it that black America is trying to achieve with such distaste and hatred toward white Americans? I mean, I see it every single day in my life. I mean, you should see the comments. Married to a white man, right? I have biracial children. That should be considered the dream. That should mean, oh my God, we actually got ahead as a society when black people get married. Nope. Look at the comments anytime a black person marries a white person and see who it's coming from. It's coming from black people. Oh, married to the white man. Oh, selling out your soul. So you're arguing actually for marriage segregation. You're basically saying that the Supreme Court case, Virginia versus Love, should have never happened. That it should still be illegal for blacks and whites to marry. They don't think that way because they're demented.
The rape of my family has never been this complete, except perhaps in the time of slavery itself, when we were ripped out of Africa and we were separated from our families. But the second largest wave of dismantling of the black family now sits in this part of the 20th century, moving into the 21st. The last thing Dr. King ever said to me 5 days, as a matter of fact, before he was murdered, was he was at my home. He had just finished a strategy meeting on the Poor People's Campaign. And he seemed quite agitated after what we thought was a very successful gathering and discussion. And he said to me, I said, what's the matter, Martin? You seem very agitated. He said, well, I am. Because I've come upon a thought, and I don't know how to deal with it this moment. I said, well, what is it? He says, we fought long for integration. It looks like we're going to get it. I think we get the laws. He says, but I'm afraid that I've come upon something I don't know quite what to do with. I'm afraid that we're integrating into a burning house. When we asked for further clarification, Andy Young was with me at that time, my wife, others. He said, America's lost whatever little moral vision it had. Its moral sense has run away from the nation. And a nation that is not governed by morality and moral principles is a nation that's headed for an abyss. And I think black people have been struggling to get into this system. They've been getting into a system that in the final analysis is a Sodom and Gomorrah. Will not work. Because its selfish goals, its need for profit, its need for supremacy, its need to be the best has clouded its moral vision. And with no moral vision, no nation can be healthy enough to lead its people anywhere except to destruction.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like, click the notification bell, and subscribe to this channel.
Listen, Genesis chapter 11 verse 10 explains the genealogy of Shem. Shem was a black man in Africa. If you repeat this back, Genesis 14 verse 13, Abraham steps on the scene. Being a descendant of Shem, which is a fact, means Abraham too was Abraham, born in the city of a black man called Nimrod, grandson of Ham. Ham had 4 sons. One was named Canaan. Here, let me do some explaining. Abraham, Isaac was Jacob had 12 sons, for real, and these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10, these were the children of Israel. According to Genesis chapter 10.